Today, we're going to dive into a really useful piece of Japanese grammar. It's all about talking about your intentions, specifically the plans that you've already made and decided on.
So let's think about this for a second. How do you actually tell someone in Japanese about a plan you've already thought about and committed to? We're not talking about a spontaneous idea here, but something you are set on doing. That's exactly what we're going to break down.
So how do we get that firm intention across? Let's get right to the core grammar formula that makes it all happen. Okay, here's the magic combination you need to know. It's the volitional form of a verb plus to omotteimasu. This whole phrase is what you use to politely state a plan or a decision that you made before you even started the conversation. The key thing here is that it's not a spur-of-the-moment thing. It shows you've already thought about it.
Really, the best way to think of it is as the direct equivalent of saying, I'm planning to or I've decided to in English. It gets that firm, personal intention across perfectly.
All right, theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually works in a real sentence, right? We're going to look at a few examples with different verb types so you can really see how it all comes together.
First up, we've got ru-verbs. Let's start with a really common one, neru, which means to sleep. To use our new formula, we just change it to its volitional form, which is neo. Put it all together, and you get the sentence you see right here. This means, I'm planning to go to bed early tonight. See, it's a plan you've already decided on for your evening.
Here's one more, just to make sure it sticks. The verb to watch, miru, becomes mio. So the sentence means, we're planning to watch this movie this weekend. It's the exact same pattern, and it's perfect for talking about weekend plans you've already firmed up with friends.
Now what about u-verbs? Let's take the verb to go, iku. That one transforms into iko. So this sentence here translates to, I'm planning to go to Kyoto next week. Again, you can feel that it's not just a passing thought. This is a pre-decided trip.
And here's another really common construction. Denwa suru, to make a phone call, becomes denwa shio. I'm planning to call my friend later. It's an intention you already have in mind.
And what about those tricky irregular verbs? Well, let's take to come, which is kuru. Its volitional form is koyo. So the full sentence means, I'm planning to come here again next month. It clearly shows you've already made up your mind to return.
And this one really illustrates the pattern with another common verb, benkyou suru, to study. That becomes benkyou shio. I'm planning to study Japanese every day. That's a fantastic goal to have, and now you know exactly how to state it as a firm plan.
Okay, so we've got the basics down. But honestly, here comes what might be the most critical part of this whole thing. Understanding what this phrase is not. This is where a ton of learners get tripped up, so let's clear up the common mix-ups right now.
You really want to pay attention to this slide because it lays out 3 phrases that sound very similar but have totally different meanings. In that first column, that's our phrase, volitional plus to omotteimasu. As we know, this is for a pre-made plan. I plan to study. Now look at the middle column. If you just use the volitional form by itself, like benkyou shio, that becomes an on-the-spot decision. It's like suddenly saying, you know what, I'll study, or let's study. You just decided in that moment. Then, over in the third column, if you use the dictionary form plus to omoimasu, the meaning completely changes again. This isn't your plan at all, it's a guess or an opinion about someone else. It means, I think they will study. So you see, one tiny change in the grammar completely shifts the meaning from a firm plan to a spontaneous decision to a simple opinion.
So, after all that, what is the main takeaway? Let's just boil it all down to the absolute essentials you need to remember.
Here are the key points. First, always use the volitional form plus to omotteimasu for plans you made ahead of time. Second, remember that it expresses your own firm intention, not a guess about somebody else. And finally, be super careful not to mix it up with the volitional form alone, that's for on-the-spot decisions, or with the dictionary form plus to omoimasu, which is for expressing an opinion.
And that pretty much wraps up our look at expressing pre-made plans. It's a subtle but really powerful piece of grammar. So, to leave you with a final thought and a little bit of practice, what are you planning to do this weekend? Try to form that sentence in your head right now using what we've just learned. Thanks for listening.